Hey everybody, it's Jamie, and I don't know about you, but I've got so many fun things planned for this summer, like going hiking or going white water rafting. My boyfriend and I are even going to Italy. Ciao, bella, si, pizza. Anyway, all these ideas have one thing in common. I need a travel bag. But instead of buying like a brand new purse that's gonna get dirtied up in a matter of minutes, I thought I would make my own. So get ready as I show you how to make your own drawstring shirt purse. Let's do it, girl. Okay, so the DIY I'm about to show you was inspired by the website Totally Stitchin'. I thought her tutorial was pretty great, so I'm gonna do the same thing but add in my own flair. The supplies you're going to need are any shirt, any size, fabric that complements your shirt, a ruler and writing utensil, scissors, sewing pins, safety pins, and a needle and thread. If you had a sewing machine, that would be great here because then that way the craft would take you less than an hour. But if you still live in the 18th century and sew by hand like me, it might take you up to 5. You'll also need 2 pieces of cording that are 2 yards long each. These will act as the bag's strings, which you'll draw, because it's a drawstring purse. Step 1. The first step is to cut out the front and back of your shirt into rectangular pieces of fabric. If you've got a logo on your shirt, give yourself as much space as possible when cutting around it. My rectangles ended up being 12 inches wide by 15 inches tall, but of course you can adjust the measurements to whatever it is you see fit. The next step is to add in your matching fabric to your shirt panels. Cut your fabric to the same width as your shirt pieces. As for your fabric's height, I recommend going with at least 6 inches. I went with 4 inches, and I'll show you why that didn't quite work out for me at the end of the video. Place your fabric face down onto your shirt and line up the edges. I sewed these together using a running stitch. Then I went back over with a zigzag stitch to keep the fabric from fraying. Repeat this step with your other piece of shirt fabric. Step 3. Once your bag's fabric is ready, it's time to create what I call cording tunnels. Measure 2.5 inches from the top piece of your fabric and make a 1/2 inch mark. Cut this mark with your scissors. Fold this piece of fabric in on itself so that it's now 1/4 inch in size. Using your needle and thread, make a back stitch in the fabric to lock it in place. Repeat the same process on the other side so that your fabric matches. Once these are finished, roll down the top of your fabric 1/2 inch and then roll it over again so that it lines up with the cut you made with your scissors. Keeping your stitch as close to the bottom edge of your piece as possible, sew this folded piece of fabric in place from one side to the other. And there you go, your cording tunnel is complete for one side of your bag. Remember, you've got 2 panels. Yay, you get to do it again. Once you're done doing it all over again, your shirt pieces are ready to connect together. Place the front and back of your shirt together, fabric side in. Just like you did in step 2, sew down one side of your shirt with a running stitch before following it up with a zigzag stitch. Once you get towards the end of your shirt, make sure to stop sewing 1 inch or so from the bottom. This is going to give you a little bit of space for where your cording is going to end up later. Once one side is connected, go ahead and repeat this process on the other side. Finally, run and zigzag your needle and thread down the bottom edge of your shirt pieces from one side to the other. This will complete the shape of your shirt purse. Okay, and awesome, and no more sewing. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. All that's left to do is to add in your cording. Now I've got this handy dandy tool that's a safety pin and a handle all in one, but you could just attach crafting wire or a string to the back of a safety pin for the same effect. Either way, attach your safety pin to one end of your cording. Slip your cording into one cording tunnel and then out the other side. Once it's through, flip your cording around and bring it back through the other tunnel. Once that's through, make sure the cording ends are even with one another and then use a safety pin to connect them together. Bring these ends as if they were one single cord down the inside of your bag until you reach that 1 inch gap at the bottom corner of your bag. Safety pin the cord in place at this spot. Then all that's left to do is reverse it. It's worth it. Watch me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I wonder if Missy Elliott ever got her inspiration from crafting. Probably not. Anyway, go ahead and repeat this exact same step with your other cording, only this time you'll enter the tunnel from the opposite side so that your loose ends are ready to slide down the opposite side of your purse. Step 6. Oh, I forgot. There's still a little bit of sewing left. You have to sew that bottom cording to your purse. So close. Use your needle and thread to seal up both sides of your bag over the cording to lock everything in place. Once it's good and stuck, tie your cording ends into whatever type of knot you like. Then trim away any extra cording. Now this part is an optional step, but my cording frayed a little bit after I cut it. So to seal it up neatly, I heated up the ends with a lighter for a few seconds. Just be careful not to burn yourself if you give it a try. Turn your bag inside out, and we did it! Woo! I'm so excited to use this bag for everything I do this summer. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, my only guff with this bag is that when I draw the bag together, the words get a bit cinched at the top. That's why I think you should use a bit more extra fabric at the top if your shirt has writing on it. But this bag is still fun and functional, so I'm happy with it. And if you're using a leftover shirt, then this should only cost you the price of cording, which for me was less than $2. This DIY would also be super fun to do with friends or teammates, so that way all of your shirt bags match. Maybe I'll make a matching bag for my boyfriend for Italy. Yeah, I bet he'd love that. Love, amore, fantastico, mozzarella. How did your drawstring shirt purse turn out? Tweet me at Jamie Petito, Instagram me at HeyJamie, or just let me know on my fan page on Facebook. If you like making bags out of everyday objects, click the video on your left to make your very own tote from a beach towel. And click the video on your right to make an adorable bag made just from duct tape. We did it, girl. I'm Jamie, and you're on Gurl.com.